All right, all right. It's 6:01. We'll give it a few minutes, give everyone a chance to join, but we do have a special guest, Paul. I talked to him earlier today, said he's going to be jumping on and joining us today. And then we also got Mark Purdom and some of the other captains that are being very, very successful out there. I just saw Mario into the room and John Cortez and some of these other guys. So just hang tight. We'll start here in just a minute, and then we'll kick this thing off. So hold up. What's up, Medina? Welcome. All right. So we'll go ahead and get going. Paul's going to be jumping on here in just a moment. So we'll have our fearless leader joining up with us so that way he can give us a rundown on anything new. But welcome, everybody. So this is our Wednesday captain's calls. We do these every Wednesday at this time, which is 6 p.m. my time. I'm in Arizona, so that's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So, and then, of course, we got Central time, which is going to be 7 p.m. So, but we do these every single Wednesday, and it's basically just an open forum that I wanted to create. And this is for leaders in the group. So, we're all part of the revolution. Revolution, the definition of revolution is, a group of people that want to overthrow either a government or some kind of social power. In our case, the social power happens to be Lyft and Uber and some of these other rideshare companies that have just been taking advantage of the industry for way too long. So Paul created a company, Revo Rideshare, Revo short for revolution. And that's what we're doing. We're starting a revolution in the industry, and we're also revolutionizing the technology that goes into rideshare. So it's an exciting time. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary, actually March 1st. So that's coming up here Friday. Yeah, Friday, I guess, will be March 1st since it's a short month. So, but we have some great stuff that's going to be heading into the new year. I'm sure that Paul will share some stuff with us, but it's an amazing time to be part of this company. So I know we've had a lot of successes with some of the people in this group. I know last week we talked about some marketing and some other stuff to be able to get the cities and stuff going. And we have, rock stars out there like the Purdums out in Kansas City. I think they did almost like 90% of the rides that we did all of last month in their city. And a lot of them are repeat customers. So I want to make sure that he gets a chance to kind of talk and kind of tell us what he's doing as far as building his repeat customers. We have other people out there like Mr. RJ, who's out there in Florida, and he's rocking it up there. And then we got some other builders like Mario Medina. He doesn't drive, but he's also a builder, and he does a lot of stuff on the marketing side. So then we got Darius in the house. He's from our Vegas team. So we're working hard to try to get Vegas back up and running. Mr. Isaac Chun, good to see you, sir. Also from Vegas. So it's gonna be an exciting call. So do we have any new captains in the group? Anyone that is first time on this call? You guys can all unmute yourself if you want. There's 18 of us on here, so. All right, well, I guess not. So we have been making a lot of strides at making changes in our app, making things the best that it can be. We have a lot of other things that we're going to be tying into Revo in general, but we made a huge paradigm shift from what it was before. If you guys are aware, last year we kind of were on the get a bunch of fail-safe drivers, have them kind of pick up rides. We try to market, and then we always have to try to get drivers to pick up riders and that kind of stuff. But we had a huge paradigm shift where now we're just giving the drivers really a platform to build their own business within our business. And that should be kind of our core focus, is focus on finding the drivers and the drivers that want to build. And then we can, build our cities and build our company that way. So I think I just saw Paul jump on. What's going on, Paul? How you doing?
I'm grand. Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you. I don't see you, but I hear you.
Well, you don't need me. You've got all those captains.
Let's try to judge it up. So, but everyone, we got Mr. Paul Mikel on the phone. He told us he wanted to join, have a chance to jump in our captain.
Well, no, I only wanted to join because I'm never included.
Well, you're included now.
Like, I don't need to be included, but like sometimes I feel left out of things. So I haven't actually been able to do like one of the updates, and some really cool things have started happening. And I really wanted to jump on this because, I listen, if you ever get to talk to me, you will hear me make fun of captain's calls sometimes, and not for a bad reason. It's just a lot of times I think that we do meetings and we get involved and we sit around, and a lot of times I hate it when things divulge into, and I don't know that this is, so just bear with me. A lot of times people, they want to get around and be important, and I'm not saying that's what this is, but I look at those that are actually out getting rides and building cities and doing those things. And up until now, we haven't really had a lot of the data to back up what I've said and what I've professed that was going to happen. And now we have the data. So what I wanted to do with you guys tonight is really just show you hard, fast data. Do I have the ability to share my screen, Alex, or no?
Yeah, you should be able to.
So what we've done is, like, over the last year, data has started coming in, and I was a little bit late, so I apologize for that. But I've got some really cool stuff I want to explain to you guys in just a little bit and show you some of the new things that are coming. But I've been working feverishly. Like, I got up at 6 a.m. this morning. I'm here in Bucaramanga, Colombia, and I have not left my desk or my phone in probably, 13 hours? And I'll be doing the same tomorrow, because we're really working right now on getting more of our back end working correctly. Maybe that didn't come out right. All of our back end should be working correctly. But if I sound a little off, it's because I've been going nonstop all day. But it's a good thing. And I really want you guys to understand and see that when I tell you that this is not going to be built on, somebody going out and getting a bunch of, advertisements and things putting out there. I know Alex, I heard him talking like we've done a paradigm shift. The bottom line is the way this works, and the way this is working for certain people in the company, and for some people it's not, is they're going out and they're doing exactly what I told them to do. They're getting a client in their car from Uber, Lyft, or another company, or however they're getting the person in, and they're converting them into a Revo driver, a Revo customer. And up until now, it's like I had people go, oh, I recruited 30 drivers last week. All right, well, last week as a company, we put in over 700 drivers. Now, most of those drivers do not want to do things the way we do them. And I'll tell you why. Because most drivers want to just be drivers. They want to turn on their app and they want to get a bunch of rides. That's not what we're looking for right now. And if that's what you're trying to do, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be upset. But if you can do it to where you look at this as something called a sort, where instead of going and looking for people and going, hey, you know what? I'm going to get a bunch of drivers. They're going to get a bunch of rides, and I'm not going to have to work as much anymore. That's, once again, not how this is done. And I want to show you the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the data. And I can sit down with any one of you. I can go in our back office. I can run these reports. But I want to show you. What do you mean I'm disconnected? Did I get disconnected?
No, you're still there.
Well, it says I'm disconnected. Huh.
I still see and hear you.
I got you. Thanks. Give me 1 second. Maybe it just went away for a minute. All right, so you can see my screen or no?
Can't see this your screen. Just you.
Well, I don't know what's going on because mine has completely. Alex, I may end up having to. No, there it is.
Yeah, should be able to share screen. So
yeah, it's my fault. Something went wrong. Okay, hold on. All right. Now can you hear me and see me? Still?
I hear you. Don't see you though.
Can you see my screen?
No.
What in the heck? I'm gonna get out and come back in because something went wrong.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Are you there?
Yep.
Can you kick me out, please?
Yeah, hold on.
I never thought I'd say that to you, Alex, but please kick me out.
All right, he's gone.
Wow, you kicked somebody out just that quick, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't play
That's
in
nice.
here. Just kidding.
That's nice. That's funny. Had a nice call from him this morning. Very motivational as well.
Kick Darius out now. He's got too much noise.
I just muted him.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Jeez
Well,
Louise. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm so blind right now. My eyes are going. Let me do this here for you. You see my screen now?
yes.
All right, perfect. All right. So this is going to actually go back until the time that we started rides. Now, this is how many rides per month. I actually just ran a report and did a graph for just for the month of February. And I'm going to show you where the cities are that are doing the most and the states. Well, the states mainly, which is it's funny because it kind of broke it into, I think, 2 states that are combined into one when it comes to Kansas. But even this month, we had a little bit of a flip. We didn't do as many rides so far, but there's a reason for that. And the reason is we transferred over to giving drivers the ability to set their own rates. And anytime you institute or introduce a new feature or anything you do, you're always going to take a little bit of a step back. And we expected that. But what I will say is that some of the other cities, some of the other people that are coming on are starting to understand and get it, that they're not just going to turn their app on. And I'm working on things to make it so that you guys don't have to explain. And the reason why I'm going to make it so you don't have to explain how it all works is because you're not going to anyway. You know, we put in 600 drivers, and if you talk to your drivers and things like now, you'll start realizing Evelyn, Lisa, myself, every single day we're calling drivers. And 9 times out of 10, what we're doing is getting drivers who say, oh, I didn't know I had to go get my own customers. And the reality is that's exactly what we should be leading with. But now when you go to sign someone up and you send them your link, they will come to the page where they sign up. There's an 8-minute video that right now they're not required to watch it, but they will be. it comes up right in their face, and I explain to them in depth, in detail, what it takes to be successful. And before we end this thing tonight, I'll tell you why I do it. Because I believe in telling people up front. I believe in being honest with people. I believe in setting expectations. Because if you don't set the expectations, you're going to be very upset and you're going to waste a lot of your time. So you can see that we have been on an upward trajectory since March of last year. March is when we did our first rides, went down a little bit, went down, went back up. You know, we have been on an upward trajectory. We took a little bit, and listen, this was done, I don't know how many days ago, but I will show you this. Let me go through the rest of them. I can even break down to the amount of rides on a daily basis we get. And so I can see what days we do the most rides. You can see right here. I don't have it broken down exactly, but I will show you this. Let me get back down to here. This shows you, since the day we started, the number of rides that have come from the most has been California, which a lot of that has to do with Fort Irwin, California. You know, Las Vegas was on a huge trajectory, and that's going to be back on very, very quickly. I actually talked to Darius and some other people today. And listen, this is the part of doing business that is not the most fun part. And I know most of you, you know, and I'm going to talk about this real quick. I have a couple of different topics that I got to talk about. I need to make sure that every one of you understands that when you start putting yourself out as an executive of the company and you put that on your Facebook and I'm an executive director or I'm an area supervisor or I'm this or I'm that, you are opening yourself up to have regulatory agencies come and want to talk to you. That happened in Vegas. You know, we knew that we were going to have to go and get our everything done when it came to the insurance and get everything. And I promise you guys, as we go along, we will take things as it comes. But I'm done with having a bunch of people tell me how to run my company. And by my company, I mean our company. Right now, it's under my control, but this is you guys' company. But I've been dealing with having people go, I'm so fired up, I'm in charge, I'm in this area and I'm an area supervisor or I'm an executive director in this area. Well, from now on, when regulatory commissions come to me, I'm going to give them your phone numbers because then you can hire attorneys. You can make sure that you cover the $20,000 in costs that I'm incurring right now for Nevada. And so I just am trying to say this in the nicest way I can without really being mean, even though I really want to be mean, is do me a favor and let us run things right now and just pay attention to what we're teaching you. All these cities are starting to grow. Nevada, when we come back online, I'm going to go after it with a vengeance like nothing you have ever seen. I'm going to put money into Las Vegas. I'm going to go and do meetings in Las Vegas. I know Darius and some of the people out there are fired up, and I'm going to tell you why I'm so fired up. I have put millions of dollars into building this industry for people that I don't know, and that's okay. I love a lot of you guys I know very well, and I get up every single day and I do this not because I'm making a lot of money out of it right now, and who knows if I ever will. My goal is to turn this company over to the field, to the drivers, for you guys to make as much money as we possibly can. And for anyone that gets really sold out and does this. But we had a driver who was in California, who had been involved with me in another venture. And I should not have let him come over here, but I was very understanding and forgiving because he tried to torpedo another company that I had and cost me a lot of money. And came over here and started doing well. And out in California, I'm not going to put the person's name out there, but a lot of you know who it was. And things didn't go as planned for this person because even though I said I managed expectations, I told people the truth, things are going to suck in the beginning. The app's not going to work correctly. It's going to be days where we don't pay it on time. Things are going to go wrong. And no matter how many times I told this person that, the minute something went wrong or went sideways, they went and started trashing me, trashing the company, never going to work, sky is falling, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? Those are the people who will never get what they really want out of life because they're too busy finding reasons why things won't work than reasons why they do work. And I know, listen, I must be a sadomasochist person. I must love pain, because when I start a company like what we're doing right now, I know exactly what I'm going to go through. I know I'm going to deal with people trashing me. I know I'm going to have people go online and talk bad about me. I know that people are going to say things about me and question my motives and everything else that they do. But I understand that I have to go through that to get where we need to go. And I'm willing to take the pain. I'm willing to take the shots. But I'm also willing to use that as motivation. And so we knew we were going to have to deal with this at some point, but this person was doing rides in California. They were making money. We weren't completely permitted there. We didn't have everything done there either. But this person got mad and started trying to steal drivers, trying to steal customers, started going to a lot of you on here, and probably said to you, oh, Paul doesn't know what he's doing. You should come work with this company, blah, blah, blah. And this person's done this before. And I'll tell you this, when people are negative, you got to take them at their word. Like, I don't waste my time with negative people. I made a mistake in this situation, but this person decided that they were going to try to ruin Revo, but they can't, and they don't. And listen, when you try to ruin something that is good, you really never prevail. But they went to the state of Nevada. They wrote a complaint. I didn't know who made the complaint. They threw one of their fellow people, Isaac Chun, under the bus. Isaac wasn't even doing rides with us. He was just starting to promote, tried to get him in trouble, got a citation written against him. I intervened. I had the citation moved from him to me. I'm dealing with the Attorney General in the state of Nevada. We have a great relationship. I've been going back and forth with him. I finally today was sent the complaint. And the name on the complaint, if you go far enough down, was this person I'm speaking about. And I just started laughing because I really thought it might be this person, but I didn't know they were that petty. And I didn't think that this person who was making money off of rides in California, doing exactly what he was accusing us of doing in Nevada, would have the backbone or the lack of a backbone to go out and do something like this and think that they weren't going to send the person's name that did the complaint. Now, am I going to retaliate against that person? Am I going to go after that person? Nope. But what I am going to do is this. My mentor taught me a long time ago, revenge is the best. The best revenge is massive success. So when I say that once we have everything ready to go, we have our permitting, we have the fees that it's going to cost, we're working on the insurance. And I've told every single one of you that once we get to a certain plateau, we're going to start accelerating. We're going to get all the permitting. We're going to get the insurance things taken care of. Evelyn and I have been on a call with an insurance company right now who we are working with to get complete coverage nationwide for all of our drivers. But above and beyond that, we're going to them and we're talking to them about, hey, what if we could bring you 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 drivers, and you come and they were to all, for the most part, obviously not everyone's required to, but what if we could take a group of people who were very motivated and we were doing the insurance for the company, but on your private insurance, you could go with them and get a discount. And we were doing something to build value. And you know what? Drivers were getting, rewarded with safe driver things. We've got all kinds of plans, but I'll tell you this right now, bet against me. And that's a dumb idea because this person, I was already motivated before, but I have a picture of this person on the lock screen of my phone now. And if you don't believe me, I'll show it to you when I see you, because every single day I'm going to get up and I'm going to make it the worst mistake that person ever made coming after us.
That's
and
awesome.
Coming after the people that I work with and trying to take someone out like Isaac Chun, who's a very good person. Listen, they can't do anything. I got a letter. They may make me pay a little bit of a fine, but I told the Attorney General of the state of Nevada when it comes to transportation, Assistant Attorney General, I said, listen, he goes, you don't even sound like you're upset about this. I said, I'm definitely not. I said, what this person did was accelerate us. And he also motivated me to make sure that we do the best we can for the drivers in Nevada. And this will cover the whole state of Nevada. So I'm just telling you, when you start doing rides, we're going to take care of it. We're going to get it done. But it doesn't matter unless you're doing rides. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you some more data here, guys. you can see the days of the week. We're getting pretty, level. This is all the rides we've done so far, but it shows you how many on the Sunday, how many around Tuesday, Monday, Saturday. Like, it's amazing to watch the growth and see where we're going. And if you aren't experiencing that growth and that dynamic that's going on with some of the people that we have in the company, let me explain to you why. Because you're not doing it the way Mark and Erica are doing it. And now listen, they need to be getting new customers every single day, because if they don't, you're going to hit a plateau and you're going to get those same rides over and over, but you're not going to grow. And I just want you to look at this. This is starting back in whatever month that is, June. In June, 69.9% of our rides were repeat rides. Like, that was their second ride or more. And it keeps going all the way down into February, up until I did this report a few days ago, I think about a week ago. 91% of the rides were repeat rides. Now, if you go over here and you look at what I just did today, for February, 80% of the rides are repeat, 19.7 are new. That means over the last maybe 4 to 5 days, they've increased the number of new customers they have. And I'll tell you how that's starting to happen. We are starting to do targeted marketing through text. We're starting to do targeted marketing through email. We're taking the areas that people are doing rides, and we're doing exactly like I said we were going to do. So this number right here has only happened and gone up in the last, I showed you this number right here. What was it? Like 93% for the month of February up until a few days ago, which that means it's gone down 10%, around 10%. That means our new rides have gone up by 19.7. But guess what that does? Overall, that makes it so the people that are getting those rides, they're going to get more repeat rides next month. That means their income's going to go up. So I'm just telling you guys, like, this stuff doesn't, like, numbers do not lie. Top 10 cities by ride volume. I actually told it to do it by state. So this is Jackson County and Lee's, if you can put those together. Rockland County. Is that you too, Mark? No.
Jackson County would be in Kansas City.
All right. So Jackson County, Lee Summit, Rockland County, and Blue Springs, and Kansas City, and Independence. These are all kind of together, right?
Yeah, all together. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have broke that out, so I apologize. But you can see Kansas City accounts for pretty much all. So the next one down would be West Palm Beach, Galveston, Fort Irwin, San Bernardino is starting to come on a little bit, and that's kind of where I stopped it. But guys, we're growing, and stuff is starting. Here it is. I did states, and it put these two together again. One was Kansas City at Missouri, and then it kind of just messed up on me here a little bit. But you can see Florida, New York is up there. Oh, I'm sorry. New York was above California now. That other one was from about 4 or 5 days ago. Georgia, Florida. What? This thing is messing me up. I gotta take the data and dissect it a little bit better. Let me make sure these texts that are coming in from you guys. All right, cool. I got my private code. There it is. So I have a couple of things I want to talk to you guys real quickly before I move on, and let y'all can have I'll give the floor back to Alex. I need people to buy in to what we're talking about. And listen, if somebody goes, well, I'm not going to talk to people. Well, I'm not going to get new riders. Well, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. You know what my answer to that is? Listen, I totally appreciate where you're coming from on that, but I'm just letting you know right now where we're at with the company is we're looking for people to grow the business. And the business is like, listen, if you look at the real numbers, if a driver does a ride, that driver makes 73% of the ride, correct? If they're the one that brought the customer in. So if you bring a customer in and you do the ride, you make 73%. So now 73% is paid out. There's another 3% that is paid out on top of that to whoever brought in the driver or the customer. So total, you get 76% out of a ride, unless it's over $80. If it's over $80, guess what? Now we're paying out 86%. I have tasked Evelyn and them. We will be paying out some of the levels deeper over the next couple of weeks. I know you saw some changes a few weeks ago. That will all come back. You haven't lost people in your team. We'll be paying a little bit deeper on the levels. But I need you guys to understand that when this is all said and done, we will be paying out 80% and 90%. So if it's a ride that's over up to $80, we're still going to be paying out 80%. Because we're going to be paying out those 3%, 3% plus the other. So when you look at it, we're paying out 80%. And then when we move, if it's a ride of over $80 or more, we're paying 90%. Name me a company on the face of the earth that will operate on 10% or even 20%. Companies don't do that, guys. So when I get somebody that goes on and says F you and F Elon Musk because of something I said, I don't have any sympathy for that person. I called that person out and they kicked themselves out of our group. So at this point, we're not on trial anymore. What we're doing is working. What Mark and them are doing in Kansas City is working. So I have been talking to Angel Medina. I really believe in him a lot. I trust him. I know he knows what he's doing when it comes to online marketing. He's been one of those people that has been around me for the last 4 or 5, probably, at least 4 years, I would say. I don't know if he's on here. But I have been really dealing with him and talking to him because he knows how to do things. I would tell you to listen and follow some of the things that Angel will show you what to do. And it's funny because I was talking to him earlier today and he said, I'm frustrated because I tell these people, let's do this thing. And then nobody wants to do it. And I said, welcome to life. There's going to be a lot of people in life that say they want to be successful. They want to do things, and then they won't do the work that get there. And I'm just telling you, Angel is one of those people that I would pay attention to what he's doing. Mark and Erica, I would pay attention. Don't get them off track. Don't start calling them every day. I need them to go get more customers. I need them to keep proving this theory like they're doing every single day, getting more and more customers. Because I promise you, some of you are going to sit back and wait. Some of you are going to watch what happens over the next 3 to 6 to 9, 90 days. I know the people in Vegas don't have a choice right now, but there's other cities you could be working on. But what I would tell you is don't sit around and wait. Do not sit back and wait, because I promise you, 6 months from now, and I don't want to say I promise you, because every time I give somebody too much credit, they usually end up going sideways, and that's okay. People find different ways to do different things, and that's okay. But what I will tell you is this. There's going to be some people who get it, and they go, I'm going to get one customer today, and that customer is going to do 5 rides. I'm going to get another customer tomorrow. That customer is going to be 1 ride and leave and never do another ride. I'm going to go out and get 4 more customers the next day, and 2 of those customers are going to do 8 rides next week. And you're going to put one step in front of the other, and you're going to get more customers, and you're going to build that relationship with these customers, not just throw them into this thing and hope they figure it out so you don't have to. Because I've watched the numbers, and exactly what I said was going to happen is happening. And so I don't believe I'm the smartest person in the world. I've just been around long enough to know. And I watch trends, and I watch what people do. And we're working on a social media platform so that you guys will have another avenue that I'm going to teach some of you how to start utilizing your ride share and your personality to make money outside of just driving. Some of you are going to be able to do a show from your car, and you're going to be able to get paid for it. I can't wait to watch somebody do a selling show from their car. I've got some ideas for that. I've given people ideas left and right on doing things, and they don't take advantage of them. I don't get depressed. I don't get upset. I just go, hey, you know what? Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Last thing I want to leave with you guys is something that you may or may not do it. And if you don't, that's 100% your prerogative. If you don't want to, if you say, I can't do that, I'm going to cost myself money, then you aren't a true entrepreneur and a business person, because it takes money to make money. Now, I'm not asking you to go out and spend a bunch of money, but what I would tell you is this. I would encourage all of you to try this out. Now, what I would tell you is this is an ad. I can get you all, I can send it out to somebody so you can copy and paste it. I would start putting this ad on Craigslist for customers and say, listen, Revo Rideshare, testers needed in West Palm Beach. And I gave this to Liliana, and I hope she follows through. But I said, we're looking for 5 frequent rideshare users to test our new rideshare app in West Palm Beach. Enjoy 50% savings compared to other rideshare companies during the testing period. All of you should know by now that you are able to set your own prices. I showed somebody today how they want to have a ride at $20 even. I said, listen, let me show you how to do it. Go in there, take your base rate of $20, put it at $20, take all the other numbers and put them at 0, make sure your surge is off, and have your customer book that ride at $20. So here's an idea right now. I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to not make as much money on a few rides. But the facts are, by looking at the numbers, when you get someone to use us 5, 6, 7 times, some of the people that have done rides with Mark and Erica, and I know some of the other people in Kansas, have done 70 plus rides already in a very short amount of time. Can you imagine if you got one person and you lost $20 on a ride, but you made $1,000 over the next year on that client? How many of you think it would be worth doing it? So what I'm saying is you're going to have to go in, you're going to have to put your pricing, and you're going to have to talk to that customer. So I'll work with you if you want me to. We can do calls with these people. You put this ad up, enjoy 50% savings compared to other rideshare companies during the testing period. You got to make this very, hey, we're looking for people to test out our ride. Essentially, we want to get their feedback. But on top of that, we want them to get used to using our app. And so what you do is you take the Uber, when you find out the customer and they come to you and they send an email, you can call them yourself or I can call them with you. I can't do every one of them, but I know some of the other people will probably volunteer to help you. But I say, listen, here's the criteria. You must be a frequent rideshare user and willing to provide daily feedback. Be among the first to experience Revo, the smarter, more affordable rideshare alternative. If you're interested, reply to this ad with your name, phone number, and how often you use rideshare services. Limited spots available. I said 5 up here. If 20 people call you, are you going to say, listen, I'm sorry, I can't take them, only 5? No, people want what they can't have when it comes to marketing. So if you say 5 and you get 10, great. If you say 5 and you get 3, great. But what you want to do is when you get them on the phone, you go, hey, listen, give me the address and where you're going to be. How many times a week do you use rideshare? Do you use it to go to work? And you have a little conversation with them. Do you use it to go to work? I want to be your private driver for this week. I'm going to give you half off what you would normally pay with Uber. So if you could do me a favor, what is the address that you're normally going to go from? Is it from your home to work to church? What address is it going to normally be? So we can get a baseline. And then you pull up your Uber app as a customer and you say, this is what you would normally pay. This is what I'm going to charge you for each ride you do for me with me this week from here to there and here to there and here to there. Like you can set it on a base rate and do it that way, or you can do it on, however you want to do it. But the whole goal is to get them using you more than once. If they use you one time and then don't do it again, okay, you didn't lose anything but one ride. But if they start doing a ride with you every day, and then when you get done with them, you send them this text and you say, ease of booking. How was it to book a ride with the Revo app? Wait time. How long did you wait for your driver compared to your expectations? And they're going to answer this with a number from 1 to 10, with 10 being excellent and 1 being poor. Vehicle cleanliness. They're going to answer these questions every single time you send this to them. And you're going to ask them every day. And then at the end of the week, you're going to tell them, listen, maybe you give them a gift. Maybe you just give them a card. Maybe you give them something that makes it so that they want to keep using you. And you tell them, listen, our prices are going to go to normal. We're still 5 to 10% less than Uber. But what you've done over that week is you built a relationship with that person. You've become to know them. You've gotten to make sure that they're to work on time. They know that you care about them getting where they need to go. And if you go above and beyond in some other ways, you're going to build that client and that customer for life. And guess what? You're going to keep getting them and keep getting them and keep getting them. And I know that's starting to happen in West Palm Beach. I know that's starting to happen in different areas around the country. So I will get this out to you guys. I think I'll put it up on our Facebook. But you will also be able to have a code that you give that customer so that they can go in and actually take 50% off of your deal. And listen, you're going to get paid on 50%. You're going to still get 70% of whatever it is. We'll still take the 3%, but it's going to be a great way to help you guys grow. So let me see here. The Revo, it's a code that you can use. Now, you can do it exactly like I said, or you can give this code to any client that you want, and they can utilize it for 50% off whatever your listed rate is. Anyone can use it in the company. I think he's got it set. Let me ask him how many times. How many times do you have this so that they can use it? The code is Revo, capital REVO 50. So it's Revo 50, which will give them 50% off. So James is giving me a deal. Let's see here. There's a place where it will say, and it's a private code. Not everybody's going to have it. And understand, it will cut your rate by 50%. So I think it's something really good for people. The code is Revo 50. It'll say apply it. There'll be a place where they can apply a coupon code, and they will put in Revo 50, hit apply, and it will take 50% off of their ride. And you can see right in here, James actually may not be able to see it. Sorry, this is really bright. Let me see if this will do it better.
There we go.
Is that better? There it is. You see here, right? It put the deal, it took 50% off of their rate. So
That's awesome.
this is a great way for you guys to start doing it and to start utilizing it. But I don't want anyone coming to me and go, oh, they use this code and they got 50% off. And how am I not getting paid? Listen, you're building your business, guys. You're building your business. And I wouldn't go give this code to every single person. I would only give it to people that you think would use it and that you're going to be building a long-term relationship with them. So I hope a little bit of what I gave you guys tonight helps out. I'll just tell you this. I am deadly motivated when it comes to getting full revenge in a good way. You know, I know in the Bible it says God, and, you know, my friend Arthur, I know, is on here, and he may chastise me a little bit, but in the Bible it says the vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Sometimes the Lord gives you Revo to take that vengeance in a good way. So we get to do something good by helping people. You know, somebody said like cashback. So I appreciate all of you that are on here. You don't even know how much you mean to me in a good way. We are working feverishly to get things even better. James is behind the scenes. I mean, it's 8:45 at night. I was up with him 6:30 this morning working on stuff. So please understand that things are going to get better every single day that we can make them better. And just all you got to do is get new people, get those rides. I just showed you in hard facts. I've been waiting for this day that I could show people what I said was going to happen is happened. Now it's all of our job to take the Revo story and make it your story. So I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon, and I will turn it back over to Alex. You got anything else? Or you just want to end it?
Yeah, we'll just end it. Are you going to send that ad and stuff for the Craigslist?
Yeah, I'll put it on our Facebook page.
All right, sweet.
I'll go put it on for you guys right now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great night.
All right. Thanks, Paul, for joining.
No worries. Bye-bye.
All right. Cheers. All right, everyone. That was pretty exciting stuff. You heard it from the man himself. We've got a lot of crazy things that are coming. And if you guys are going to be building your business, go and find the drivers that want to build their company within our company. That's the best way to be successful, is find the people that want to be successful and then just motivate them. We have a lot of different ways that we can do that now. So just get in there, go build your cities. If you have any questions, throw them up in the chat over in the WhatsApp group. As soon as we get the Facebook page and all of that stuff updated with the ad, I'll also post it in the WhatsApp group. But yeah, this was an amazing call. We'll do it again next Wednesday, again, same time, 6 p.m. our time, which is 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and then 5 p.m. on the West Coast. And I think daylight savings is going to be ending sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'll figure that out, but we'll adjust the times when that time comes. So. Yep. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for joining. We'll do this again next week, and we'll kind of take it from there. So have a great week. Be successful. Continue the revolution, and cheers. We'll talk next week. Thanks, everyone.